Prince Rudolf and Mary Vetsera, the Mayerling Incident that shocked an empire. In the heart of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, beneath the glittering chandeliers of palaces and behind the thick velvet curtains of court, lay secrets that would unravel one of the most powerful dynasties in Europe. This is the tragic tale of Prince Rudolf, the only son of Emperor Franz Joseph and Empress Elizabeth, and Baroness Mary Vetsera, a young noblewoman drawn into a doomed love that would end in blood and mystery. It was the year 1889. The Habsburg Empire, ancient and proud, was struggling to hold its place in a modernizing world. Tensions were high. Within the royal court, however, no one could have imagined that a dark chapter was about to be written, one that would change the empire forever. Prince Rudolf, heir to the throne, was not like his father. Sensitive, progressive, and deeply troubled, he clashed with Emperor Franz Joseph's conservative ideals. Where the emperor was rigid, Rudolf was romantic. Where the father ruled with iron and discipline, the son dreamt of a freer, more compassionate monarchy. But dreams do not survive long in courts ruled by duty. By 1881, Rudolf had married Princess Stephanie of Belgium, a political union, cold and passionless. The marriage deteriorated quickly. Rudolf, only in his 20s, began drowning in affairs, morphine, and despair. Vienna whispered about his moods, his radical politics, and his love of women, but nothing prepared the empire for what would come next. Mary Vetsera. She was just 17 when she first encountered the 30-year-old crown prince. Mary was no ordinary girl, beautiful, headstrong, and born into minor nobility. She was infatuated with the idea of Rudolf long before she met him. Their affair blossomed in secret, fevered by letters, late-night encounters, and a shared sense of being misunderstood. Mary called him her dearest, beloved angel. He told her that he could never live without her. Their passion quickly crossed into obsession. By January 1889, the couple had grown increasingly reckless. Rudolf's mental state had deteriorated. He spoke of suicide, of escaping the rigid prison of his royal blood, but he could not do it alone. And Mary, captivated and perhaps naively romantic, agreed to die with him. The pair traveled to Mayerling, a hunting lodge hidden deep in the woods outside Vienna. Officially, it was just a short retreat for the prince, but the servants who accompanied him noticed something odd. Mary had joined him, disguised as a man. On the morning of January 30th, 1889, silence fell over Mayerling. When Rudolf did not appear for breakfast, a valet forced open the door. What he found sent shockwaves across the empire. The crown prince was slumped on the bed, lifeless from a gunshot wound to the head. Mary lay beside him, dead as well. The news was catastrophic. But what truly stunned the empire wasn't just their deaths, it was the imperial cover-up that followed. At first, the Habsburg court claimed Rudolf had died of a heart attack. Then it was a suicide, but only his. Mary, they said, had died of natural causes. The truth, they feared, would destroy the monarchy. Eventually, the full story began to leak. It was a suicide pact, the result of a tragic romance. Or perhaps, as some whispered, something even darker. Was Rudolf assassinated? Did Mary pull the trigger? Or was the imperial family so ashamed of Rudolf's instability and progressive ideals that they helped orchestrate his death? To this day, no one truly knows. Mary's letters, long suppressed by the court, were discovered in the 20th century. In one of them, dated the night before her death, she wrote,
"We are going to die together. I am happier than I have ever been in my life. I love him more than anything on earth."
Mary was buried hastily and secretly away from Vienna. Rudolf, despite Catholic prohibitions against suicide, was granted a royal burial, thanks to his father's political power and the Vatican's quiet cooperation. Empress Elizabeth, known as Sisi, never recovered. Already plagued by grief and a lifetime of emotional distance from her son, she wandered the courts of Europe in black mourning for the rest of her life. She would eventually die at the hands of an anarchist. The Mayerling Incident left the empire shaken. With Rudolf gone, the succession line was thrown into chaos. Eventually, it led to Archduke Franz Ferdinand becoming heir, a man whose assassination in Sarajevo would ignite World War I. One broken love, two lost souls, and the fall of an empire. Some say the ghosts of Mayerling still linger in the woods, that the air turns cold in the hunting lodge each January, that if you listen closely you can hear the echo of a pistol shot, and the final heartbeat of a prince who could not bear the weight of a crown. Thank you so much for watching.